In a time where it's hard to agree on anything, there's one cardinal rule that every American still believes in. Recycling is good for the planet. But the thing is, recycling may be great in theory. In practice, recycling might be creating an even bigger problem than it's solving.
We must learn that what we throw away today contains the resources we will need tomorrow.
U.S. waste policies in the 70s famously incentivized reduce, reuse, and recycle. And since then, recycling has been in the spotlight. And the reason for that might not be what you think. Compared to reduce and reuse, recycle is the only one that might encourage the generation of new things, which means more extraction, more systems, more pollution, and more stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, if we're looking to create less junk in the world, then reduce and reuse are the more sensible waste prevention approach.
Plastics industry has convinced Americans that all plastics are recyclable, and so they throw all kinds of things into the recycling bin.
Which effectively puts the burden on local governments and their taxpayers to set up recycling programs, and more recently, compost programs.
It's totally unfair to the cities and the recyclers on the back end because then everyone says, oh, it's recyclable. You should collect it. Well, then what?
The primary products that we need to address are food and beverage packaging. 70% of the products that end up on our beaches and enter our oceans from land-based sources are food and beverage packaging.
Foodware is a big problem in recycling, first of all, because it comes usually with food. And so you've already got contamination that is problematic. You know, all the things that come with the meal end up inside the food containers.
And it turns out that composting foodware is also a problem. Like recycling, most of us have long held beliefs that composting is good. But unlike food and yard waste that adds nutrients to compost, food packaging adds no nutrients to compost. It actually contaminates it and creates a lower value and less profitable product. Many composters won't accept food packaging at all, while others just say no to compostable plastics because they don't degrade quickly enough. And then there's the chemicals.
So when people think about compostable foodware, they think, great, it's gonna go back to the earth. Too many of them are coated with chemicals known as PFAS.
These chemicals have been linked to a massive array of health issues: cholesterol, ulcerative colitis, pregnancy-induced hypertension, thyroid disease, testicular and kidney cancer, and decreased response to vaccines.
It doesn't go away. This is a man-made chemical. We just pass the baton to our generations of kids. In fact, if you were to incinerate and cremate me, I would technically be a fluorochemical hazardous source.
There are a wide variety of toxic chemicals that are found in disposable foodware.
What is the average consumer supposed to do when the packaging that food businesses use threatens our health and the planet? We need to change how products are delivered to us. And we know that policies like product bans and charging extra for disposables can work.
Here in California, we passed 150 local plastic bag bans, and that has led to 53% of the world's population living in a place where plastic bags are either banned or you have to pay for them. 80% of people are now using reusable bags in jurisdictions across California.
Upstream has been working on this for the last several years, and we've seen a number of brave cities take actions that can lead to monumental impact on waste management.
The first one was in Berkeley. Food businesses are no longer in Berkeley going to be able to serve customers who are eating on site in disposable foodware. So real plates, real cups, real utensils, and no more condiment packages and all those disposable accessories.
Another thing that we had in our Berkeley Foodware Reduction Ordinance is a charge on paper cups.
Berkeley City Council member Sophie Hahn says the ordinance should save restaurants money in the long term. She reminds people that the plastic bag ban reduced not just the use of plastic bags, but purchases of paper ones in Alameda by 85%.
We know that this works, and that's why we're doing it.
What we've seen is that restaurants that transition to reusable foodware are actually saving money, even after you consider the dishwashing costs and the purchase of the reusable products. Net, on balance, there's cost savings in every single case.
Schools, institutions, events, delivery service providers, businesses everywhere are switching to reusables as the Berkeley law continues to be replicated in 9 cities across California.
We've seen elements of the Berkeley ordinance adopted in a number of cities throughout California, Vancouver. It's really spreading.
Because COVID escalated takeout and delivery people saw a lot of unnecessary plastic utensils and condiments in their orders, many cities across the country are enacting Upstream's model accessory-only on-request legislation promoted by Skip the Stuff campaign. Skip the Stuff has also made its way into state legislation in places like Washington and California.
Most businesses realize the foolishness of spending enormous amounts of money for disposable foodware accessories that are delivered and then not used.
Now, COVID-19 has brought a slew of challenges and ongoing discussions about the perceived safety of disposables versus reusable foodware.
The FDA is committed to protecting the health of the American people and to facing any challenges in food safety. Here's what you need to know. There is no evidence of human or animal food or food packaging being associated with the transmission of coronavirus. For more information on FDA's efforts against COVID-19, please visit fda.gov.
With sensitivities at an all-time high, right now is the time for cities and their governments to show leadership. We need to work with businesses to adapt and transition to reusables in a healthy way.
Today, the U.S. food service industry spends $24 billion a year purchasing 1 trillion disposable food service packaging items that consumers use in a matter of minutes. But by transitioning to reusables for on-site dining and bringing reuse into takeout and delivery systems, the food service industry could save $5 billion a year and also save local government another $5 billion in avoided waste management costs. Now just imagine what that would look like in your community. If every time you went to a restaurant, even a fast food restaurant, you were served with real plates, real cups, and real utensils. And when you went to get coffee and take it out, it was provided in a reusable cup that you could conveniently return at a kiosk or drop-off location. And when you go to the ballpark or a music festival, everybody is drinking out of reusable cups. And thousands of people are employed in this reuse economy. Well, in cities that are enacting reusable foodware policies, this new reuse economy is happening now. Innovative reusable cup and container businesses and zero waste stores are launching, and they're providing customers the things that they want and need without all the waste.
To learn more about the types of policies and innovative business models that are ushering in the new reuse economy, visit upstreamsolutions.org and check out the roadmap to reuse. Thank you for watching.
Metal spoons, metal forks, metal cups. These reusables work together to help keep our world plastic free.